Hello and welcome to day 14 of playing a draft every day until I am Mythic. Today is the last day that I can play quick draft, and it's also my last day here in Poland. So tomorrow we will be back to the old backdrop in boring old UK and playing some Premier drafts. Um, it's also come to my attention that we're actually nearing the end of the sort of ranked season. So in 11 days, it will reset, which is, I don't think, very realistic to hit Mythic in that time. But obviously, each rank we do climb before then, the higher we reset. And also, the more we learn, the quicker we will be able to advance next time. So, without further ado, let's get into it. I do need 4 wins to be able to accumulate enough gems to play again tomorrow, or a premiere. So, if you're new to the channel, I have been forcing Golgari sort of either going Abzan or Abzan or Sultai basically every game for the last week. And this pack is great for that. There are so many good comments, but I really do quite want to try the Felithar. I'm not sure how this will work, because it does kind of want to go wide, but I think we'll try it. Definitely some Endure creatures might be better. This might be better in white-black, and I'm playing it in black-green probably. But I think we give it a go and we see what happens. Formation Breaker would be great. Hopefully Dusan or Pamela come back. Death Gorge is always nice. Worthy Cost is decent removal. So we will see what comes back round to us. Okay, so I could take Marshal of the Lost and just try build a white-black deck. Splashing green instead. Which could be interesting. I'm not sure that's where I want to go. I think I have a lot of faith in the green-black base. So I think we're going to carry on. The Blossoming Sands is tempting, just as good fixing. And it's uncertain how many of those dual lands we'll see. But I think I'll just take the Dusan. Actually, I'm going to take the dual land. It's a bit early, but since there's no cards I'm particularly excited to take, and Dusan is a 3-cost, which is usually the least concerning to try pick up. So we'll get some fixing, and this is perfect. This is exactly what you want to see. And this is kind of the main reason why I don't want to go white-black, just because if you can get the counter synergies rolling, they go pretty crazy. And there's some good removal. The Devotee's not bad, obviously slightly worse when we're not playing Sultai, but I think it's still good. So this is happy. 4 cards, fixing, 2 counter cards, and some good removal early. This pack, however, is not so good, but I think the Bloodflies is good. I think Wayfair, the more I've been playing this, the more I'm realizing that Wayfair really wants to be in the more Sultai variation. The mill is just not that good, and its stats are just, I think it feels pretty bad. Obviously not a bad card, still lets you hit your lands, can be an early counter source, and if you do just have some value from milling, it can be good. But this card goes from like maybe like a B tier card in normal Golgari to like A plus tier when you've got some mill value. So I think I'll just take the Bloodflies here. Now, I can take Negotiations, but I am basically guaranteed to see Negotiations again. So I can try something else if I want. I could take the Earthcarver. I think I'll take Negotiations. As I say, I'm almost guaranteed to see a couple of those. I might take Cruel Truths. I might take the Earthcarver. I don't think I'll play it, but it can be alright. So now I've got an interesting choice. I think Nurture is by far the best though. I think Nurture and Bloodflies have such a nice little dual synergy going on. If I get like 3 of each, it can be so good just because turn 3 activates the Bloodflies while adding to the board. But this, I think, going to be one of my better cards with the Felithar, and also just works very well with the host, so I'm very happy with that. Now, this one's interesting because I can take Deathgorger or Dusan. Part of me wants to take Deathgorger, but I think I'll just take the Dusan. It's also something that's pretty happy to be sacrificed. It is a 3 cost, which I think I'll get a lot of, which is why I'm slightly more tempted to go the Deathgorger direction. I think I'm going to go the Deathgorger. Okay, we got the Dusan back anyway. Ooh, very happy to see that come back round. Almost definitely won't be playing any of these, but just in case. Resolve can be, it's sort of like, you know, I'm not happy to play it, but I will play it if I need removal. So I'm hoping not to play those. Happy with everything else. Oh, very nice. Wow, I am just seeing so many Suraks. I think in the last like 5 drafts I've seen 5, like almost averaging 1 per draft. Super happy, super good card. Really can take advantage of people not having good removal. I'm happy to take a host. If I was in the Salter direction, this is such an insane card, but unfortunately we are pretty committed to the Abzan. I don't like double splashing unless I kind of have to. We have had some drafts that I've had to do the double splash. Lion Weight was also great when in the Salter direction. Hopefully we see the Nurture come back or the Barons. I wouldn't even be sad if I see the Devotee. So could be another Deathgorger, but could be doing in need of some 2 costs. So maybe I just go the Devotee. I think I will. Yeah, it's not great. It's definitely filler level, but I think I'll take it. Take another Bloodflies. Wow, 3rd host. There's also a Veil, which I really like, but I think the host is just perfect in this sort of deck, so feels bad passing up on them. I'll take the Envoy. It's another good 4 cost. So we really want some 2 costs. I'll take the Exhale for removal. Okay, still no 2 costs, but we are getting some good, more expensive cards. So I'm deciding between Pummeler and Hunter. I think I like Pummeler better. Hunter's not got much going on for it this game. But in the Salthead decks it goes crazy. Yeah, nothing really here. I could take the Globe. I do want to try that one time, going Globe with like Host and some counter synergies, because it is a +1/+1 counter, which is quite funny. I'll take this. Hopefully don't have to play it. Okay, we'll take the Devotee as a potential 2 cost, and it does work very nicely with the Exhale, so I'm not too sad to play it. Another Resolve I don't really want to play. Oh, I just realized these are not on top of each other. I'll take the Wafer, though definitely not sad playing it, just doesn't work as well as the Salto variation. Okay, so, well, there's a Behemoth, which I could try, but let's have a look at what we're dealing with. So currently we have 5 2 costs, 4 4 costs, 5 4 costs, and then this will usually be used as the Omen. We're missing a Veil at the moment. We're missing some removal. The Resolves are not great, so I'd choose to have some more removal. I'm cutting these because I think we're going to be fine for creatures. So, and then what's the mana fixing like? We've got 2 tap lands, which for 2 cards on the splash is not terrible, I don't think. So, we probably want 1 more 2 cost, maybe 2 more 3 costs, probably no more 4 costs, and maybe 2 more removal, maybe a bit more fixing. So, do I want to try to do the Behemoth? It is so fun, and it is crazy if you can get to it, but my deck is usually quite stompy, so I'd rather not have it in my hand, I think, which is crazy to pass on it. I think I'm just going to take the Exhale as some decent removal. Ooh, so this is some good Abzan rares and uncommons. This is the 3 cost, which might be better than playing a 6 cost. I kind of want to try it. It's got Death Touch. It's I find cards that in some way benefit your enemy, even if just slightly, just they feel way less appealing, even though I know that this is good. Like it's definitely worth it. So I think I'll take it. I was saying I need another 3 cost. Armament Dragon's always nice, but I think we've got some good top end cards already. So I think we'll just take that. It's also sort of pseudo removal, same way that aggressive negotiations is removal. Okay, Dragon Spray is great. I've not tried this card, so maybe I should try it before I hate on it. But for an Abzan card, it has no synergy going on. Maybe it doesn't need it because it's just a sort of, it's kind of like the tawny back without the card draw and more toughness and power. Well, actually, is it just the same? Are they both 3/4s? I'm not sure. Now I've forgotten. But I think I'll just take the Dragon Spray. I think I prefer it. And now we can basically drop the Resolves, which I like. And we've got some nice removal. So I don't think we need more removal. Oh my goodness. This is perfect. Okay. Excellent card to draw. Or to pick up here. More counter synergies. And now we have the Successor and the Host potentially in one deck, which is very exciting. So now I could do the Initiate to give me some ammo for the Felithar. You can also add counters, so I kind of like it as a... I think I prefer it to the Wayfarer, honestly. And we do want more 2 costs, so I think it's a good 2 cost to take here. Okay, I think I'll take the Sands. I think I'm actually really happy with what the creatures I currently have. Okay, but I would happily take a Formation Breaker. I think Formation Breaker's definitely better than... I mean, I'll have to see, but I think that's where I'd like the most. What I would like the most, shall I say? That's probably a better way of putting it. We've seen so many Dusans. I do like Dusan, but I think this is just better. Oh, Alchemist Assistant. This is very nice. That went very late. Don't think I'll play any of these, so I'll just take the uncommon. And same logic here. I'll take the Watcher of the Wayside. Probably won't play it. I don't know. I'm not playing more than one of those, so it doesn't really matter what I take here. Okay, so no Veil. That's the main flaw I see here. But I think we have so many things that need answering that will be okay. And we did end up with some really nice fixing, which is great. And we have 42 cards. This is going to be my shortest deck building. So I think we're just going to cut some 2 costs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we want 6. So I think... so DVT is definitely made a bit better by the fact I have Exhale. Definitely want the Assistant. Definitely want the Initiate. Definitely want the Breaker. I think I want the Bloodflies. So Wayfarer and Devotees seem like the easiest thing to cut. I'll definitely cut a Wayfarer. And then let's cut a... Maybe we cut one Devotee. How much Death Touch do I have? I mean, I have some really quite beefy... Like, once these get played, I think Exhale does its thing pretty well. So maybe I just cut one of them. Is there anything else? Yeah, I think we just cut one of them. Maybe I prefer them to the Bloodflies. I'm not sure. No, I like Bloodflies. They can often be actually really hard to answer for people that don't have good sort of answers for flying early, which is nice. And we've got some good removal. We have no combat tricks. We are very indexed into creatures here. I've got the counter there. And that's about it. But let's see how that plays out. 4 planes, I think, is okay. I think I like that. And yeah, let's give it a whirl. We're just flashing for 3 cards. So it's not the end of the world if you can't play them on curve. Definitely wish I had some more nurturers, but it is what it is. Okay, game 1, we get a tap land, and we get a lot of 2 costs, but I think it's not worth the mulligan, even though it would be nice to have some more expensive stuff. Starting with a tap land always feels good. So now, okay, there's a 3 cost, that's great. So now I can play... What do I want? Bloodflies is not going to get active very quickly, so I might just play the assistant. Devotee is also not bad, but I think I want the assistant just so I can get the renew as quick as possible. Because the renew is a counter for bloodflies as well. And people often want to trade for it. Okay, that's good. Nothing added to the board yet. In a pretty aggressive deck. Yay, some removal. So I'll play the Dusan. Attack. So next turn, I probably can only play 1, but now we've got Exile and Devotee, it's quite good removal. We've also got a 4. Okay, that would be what I do. For certain. Very happy to kill that. And it gives some extra damage through. I don't have a dragon. And then let's attack. Pack Beasts, I've been finding these more and more annoying to deal with. I just feel like so often, if you don't deal with it the turn it's played, they play something that has crazy synergy with it the next turn, and then you're in a really bad spot. Okay, DVT's not so scary. Scrying for something. I reckon they're gonna play Zergo's Vanguard. Actually, yeah, that's what I'll look at it. What's it gonna be? On my turn, if I don't draw a land, I'll play Successor. If I do draw a land, I might play 2/2 costs, because I don't lose value playing the Successor after at the moment. Oh, Bloodflies. Did not expect that. Bloodflies in a... Oh, some removal. Worthy cost, okay. And it does get exiled, so no counters for me. Okay, we'll just play the Successor then. Should I just attack first? Yeah, let's attack first. Blocking, makes sense. Now we play this. So what's cool is when I put this on now, it will also add a +1/+1. So that's nice. Boulderborn Dragon. So we've seen something that has counter synergies, go wide, and a dragon. I am a little confused. I think what we'll do here is... I mean, I can only play a 2 cost. I could just play that assistant on the Successor. I think I'd rather get something like the Bloodflies or Formation Breaker down for making that do a bit more. Maybe I just put the Devo... No, I want one of these. Let's put the Breaker down. Let's keep the pressure on. Both of us have 3 cards in hand. Frontline Rush, okay. I like when someone has to use that for the goblins, that feels good. Okay, some removal. And then, so this turn we can do Devotee and Assistant, which is nice. And that will trade with the dragon, I guess. They will just have to do that trade. So maybe I actually put it on something else. so that the counter stays. Should I play... Yeah, let's play Bloodflies because they match up better in the 1/1s and it's flying. Oh, I can't play this. Okay. Well, that changes the plans a bit. Forgot about that. Need to check my mana. Okay. I think we're okay, but that was definitely a blunder. It slows me down quite a bit. Okay, +1/+1. Okay, that's... The vigilance is certainly paying dividends. Okay, so we can play both this and this, so let's do this first, because I want to draw. Let's put it on the... Let's put it on the Bloodflies, I think. And then put an Envoy down. I mean, it doesn't matter too much, it's just what's going to survive. Maybe I do just put it on... Yeah, I'm going to put it here, because I think they're going to trade the Breaker away anyway. Now we get to draw a card. Not what I really want to draw, but it is what it is. So if we attack with all, they kind of are forced to block that with that. So I would be... But it is just dying. Is that the best way to apply pressure? I feel like it isn't. I do probably just 2 damage this way. So I think we just attack with the Devotee. We trade it off. So it'd be nice to draw some action, but I can still attack with the Envoy. Okay, they've got more blockers, which is annoying. They might just make it bigger, yeah, that makes sense. And I am just slowly losing in the skies. Okay, that's huge. That matches up perfectly. I don't think I need to play this. There's nothing really to discard, but it can be a little scarier. So let's play this. I mean, I'm basically confident that that's going to trade with that. I think that's still good. I want to keep them on the back foot. Only heals once. So this is where, if I knew how to do the full control thing, I could make them think I am Veil, but I don't know how to do that, so here we are. Now at least they can't attack, which is good. I think I'll just keep the Pummeler back. Actually, no, because if it dies, I get the reach token anyway. So it's good if it trades, and if they don't block it, then that's also great. Not what you want to see. I think we just attack with the Pummeler only. They might have Exhale here. Dragon Spray. Okay, at least it's a destroy. So now I can just add these to the Bloodflies, maybe? Makes it a 3/4. Now I have to add it to the Breaker. Do they have more removal? Zargo. Thunder's Degree. At least they don't have anything to really do with it. And I can start attacking with the Formation Breaker. They can't block. But they do start making a bit of an army. So if I get 5 damage in, then they deal 4, 5. I guess it'd be more like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I assume they'll still attack with that, but they might not. 8, and I probably heal 1. I think it's worth. I think they're gonna just removal it if I don't. This keeps the pressure on. And if I get a +1/+1 counter or something like that, oh, war effort makes this a bit more interesting. That's a lot more damage now. That's a lot more damage. So that's 6 plus 7, 13. So I basically have to trade this, I think. Stops 3 damage essentially. Wow, they have something to buff? No, not this time. But this is looking dire. I just didn't draw any cards. And don't draw another one. That's a good game. Wow, so many lands. Couldn't draw a single bit of action. Yeah, it doesn't matter if I keep this back. I die no matter what. Oh well. I think that was a pretty good run. I'll have to see if I made mistakes when I'm watching it back, but oh, I should have put sad face. The lands were really annoying. But that's just my way of spiting Arena when I get too many lands. Yeah, I think that was a little unlucky. So I'm not too worried. Okay, we got some 2 costs, and we do have our splash color. I think we just keep it and risk it. At worst case, I'm playing a Bloodflies into a Bloodflies into an Exile. So, could be worse. Let's play that. It'd be nice if I drew a land now. But obviously, once you've drawn all the lands, the next game you don't draw any, so that's just the way it goes. They're doing a lot of thinking for turn 1. Okay. No land for me yet. Hopefully next turn. Voice of Victory, now that is a card. Okay, nice. We do get the land, and it's one of each color. So I think... Honestly, I'm so tempted to exhale. I think I'll just do this. Let's see that hand. So... that is removal, so I should just get rid of that. Because everything else is... if I take anything else, I'm just making them the token with it. And let's attack with that. And this will create a 2/2, which is not the end of the world. If they do draw some removal. So they do have a counter spell. With the exhale, but they've just spent their mana, so that's good. And that does cost 2, so they cannot counter the... So I can just play Dusan, which might be the best play. I can just Caustic Exile, that's what I'm sort of tempted to do. Maybe we attack and see what happens first. Okay. So, do I think it's more valuable to get rid of the voice or play a Dusan? I think it's more valuable to get rid of the voice. I think I want to keep piercing for something bigger, so let's do that. Might be crazy, but I think this is fine. And now if they play something big, I can exhale it. Yes, nice. Kind of perfect. They are getting some Dragonstorm value, but I'm not too worried. So I can play both, yeah. Let's do that. Target creature you control, target creature they control. I don't have a dragon. I can play a Blood Flies as well. And then next turn when I play the Nurture, these Blood Flies are gonna be hitting a lot harder. But they probably will play a Dragon this turn. They can't play that one at least. Dragonstorm. So if I play this, I'm hitting for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which is pretty good. Sage of the Skies doubled. Oh, that is perfect for them to stabilize. I think we still play... Oh, that makes it so much worse. Maybe I just play the Dusan. Something that can kind of attack through them. One attacker, they can double block, but I'm happy if they double block. Okay, nice. That is super worth. Even if they get a 2-2. They do get a bunch of their health back though. At least it's tap land, so they can't play that this turn, but they might have a smaller dragon. If I draw a land, I can play both of these. Teaming Dragonstorm, oh, it's definitely, they've reached critical mass. Okay, Host is great. Host is certainly something that can help a lot, especially since they don't have anything in the skies this turn. Tax them a little bit. Okay. And damage, you get a new counter. But if they just play a dragon, get these back, and the next turn they play them both. Okay, that stops them playing that. It just doesn't stop them playing that. And they get even more life back. Okay, so we can play the Nurture now as well, which is nice. So I think what we do is we... Do I want Nurture an assistant or... No, I should put Dusan, I think. And then let's... If I put that on that, then it will get rid of the dragon. I do lose the host, which feels like something that I would quite like to keep. So maybe I just put it on the Nurture. I'm not sure. If I attack with all this turn, it's quite deadly. Yeah, I think I'm going to put it on the host. I think the host is going to die, but I think it's worth it to keep the tempo high. Because the host's tokens can move. Oh, they don't want to kill the host. Interesting. That's even better, I think. Detainment, that's why. They had a better answer for it. I should have maybe realized that's why they would play like that. Dragonstorm. I mean, this is just textbook Dragonstorm value. I don't think I have anything to remove the detainment, sadly. Actually, I do. I have the Severance, but my chance of drawing that pretty low. We got the counterspell. Next. Do I attack with the Natra? I think not. It's a bit risky, but... So if I attack with... Okay, I should think. Because if I attack with both, they're just going to block that with that, that with that. And they still have the Wildling up, and they're going to play some even more scary things next turn, I think. Because they just discarded the Island Dragon, which means they have way better cards. Which is scary. Yeah, I think I just hold back, but it doesn't feel good. I should have played that, actually. I have potential to get some better stuff. Here's a globe, yeah. I mean, it's... this is like... This really is what they would put in the textbook for how to make a dragon stack. You want a globe, you're gonna want some... a good number of dragons, and then some Dragonstorms to get maximum value. A forecaster works really well with the globes, and then you want 5 colors of mana. Okay, this gives us something. It's not something great, but it's something. Play this. So if I can get some counts on this, it is something that I can get through. If I can remove the wildling, this is something I can get through. And the nurture is providing a counter for the formation breaker at the moment. So I don't think I want to get rid of anything. Boulderborn? No, more globes. They're gonna play the biggest dragon you've ever seen in a sec. Okay, Death God was not as exciting. I'll be honest, I'm a little underwhelmed. And they can play that, yeah. Maybe I can win with them decking themselves. That would be good. Okay, we've got some counters with that. But it's not enough to get the formation breaker through. Power less than it. I can just play it as a dragon that can attack and they have to really trade. Maybe that is better. This lets me draw a card as well. I'm gonna be risky. I'm gonna draw a land and regret everything, but... yeah. Of course I do. Yeah, that was probably a stupid decision. Yeah, no attack still. I can maybe start attacking, which would be good, but they don't have vigilance, which is a bit of a lifesaver for now. Everything dies to these. They can just start attacking with those. I'm happy to give the assistant up. Is there anything I can do to add 2 to the formation breaker in 1 turn? Okay, I'm glad these aren't Boulderborn Dragons, because Boulderborn Dragon would be really annoying right now. They did have a couple of globes, didn't they? Okay. Okay. No blocks. Interesting they chose to go with that one, but it's because they need to block the formation breaker, isn't it? That makes sense. They got some removal, looks like. Oh, what? They have 3. Okay, we get a host, that's good. So now if I attack with this, we can move the counters around a little. I'll attack with that as well. And I'll attack with this. I could attack with... no, the formation breaker is my win condition. This is risky, but I think I just need to try be as quick as I can. Move the counters here. Put this here as well. So if I can get a +1 counter somewhere from something, that would be great. I have a feeling I'm going to lose to dragons before then. Okay. That's sad. At least they will go on the host. But they're going to have like exile or something. Okay, they did have a Bolibon dragon finally. I think that's going to put us out of misery. How many cards left? 8? I don't think I have many flying creatures though. Yeah. I have a Pummeler, but it's not really going to cut it, is it? 10, 13 damage. So next turn I take, that's 5, 8. Okay. That is trample. And I can turn it into a... I don't want to sacrifice a creature. Decline. But if I attack with it... Alright, so I can attack with that. It will trade with the dragon, and then this becomes a 7. I think I want to do that. It heals me 6 as well. Okay, they're gonna just trade off all of those. That's probably the smarter thing to do. So I heal 6, I take 8, 14. I barely stay alive. They still have more? That's crazy. Wow, it really was just a forecaster deck they drafted. Elspeth! Oh, I'm in disbelief. And then they can... I don't think I need to see the end of that. Wow. That's a crazy deck. Is my deck really this bad, or am I just getting unlucky? I can't tell. That was... I mean, Elspeth is definitely not a Dragon's deck, but it is just a bomb kind of no matter when you can play it. But yeah, definitely was very unlikely to win that unless I could find some way to sneak through the damage with Trample or a Formation Breaker or something. Okay, this looks pretty good. No 3 cost, but don't think that's a good enough reason to not keep. There's a 3 cost, but we don't have the right colours for it, unfortunately. We draw a Plains, that would be nice. There's another 4 cost. Just islands so far. Probably Sultai deck. I don't think you really ever play coastal or anything else. Do I want to trade it? No. Okay. Okay, we just exile the Surak, let them draw a card, but it is what it is. Maybe I should have traded it, but I was thinking that I might... I don't know. I don't know why I didn't trade it. Probably would have been the smarter thing to do. I could always try sacrifice it with that later. Removal on the devotee. That would be interesting. Okay. That's a Jeskai card, but they might have just been short creatures. Okay, so we can either go, I think we just go host. Makes no sense. Keep attacking with that. We're giving it a good long read. I would not be surprised if we see removal for that. This combo should be really good if I can get it going. Okay, focus the mind. That was a very cheap focus the mind because of the bell ringer. And that's also like a Jessica card, I feel like, but also pretty flexible. They do have flying, which is a bit annoying. Do I envoy or host? Probably envoy. Shouldn't have played the land, I should have saved it. I think it's... I draw tap land, I don't. Okay, let's just attack. 4, they can double block the host, but I've got another host coming, so that's pretty chill. Nice. I take 3 damage in the air, probably. They can get some skimmer value. They can maybe even get some bell ringer value. So next turn if I draw planes, that'd be lovely. If I draw any land, that would be pretty nice. No. No planes. Do I just play Initiate and Assistant, maybe? Maybe the host is better. Kind of harder to answer the host. Just keep attacking. Okay. They've got 5 damage in the air. That makes that 5 to 7. We need 2 bits of removal. Okay. Draw 2 cards. That's crazy. And what's the next thing? It's gonna be cheap. I'm gonna be very sad if this goes 0-3. I really didn't think it was an 0-3 draft. Oh wow. I'm gonna get so much value. Never mind. That's kind of lucky. Okay, I'm keeping one back. So I can play negotiations, which is good. Oh, they're all annoying. I think Focus on Mind is the least annoying. Sculptor might be the most annoying. That draws them 3 cards. I'm just gonna get rid of it. And then let's play the Assistant, I think. Helps with the race quite a bit. So if they double block, yeah, I can just move the counters around, it's pretty good. Wow, no blocks. How much damage do they do? They must think they have lethal here. Maybe they do. They get to draw a ton of cards. Right now they do 7, so they just need 2. They need a +2/+2. Well, not even, just +2/+0. Okay, we haven't found it yet. Wow, this is tense. They just have to find the right card. And they win on the spot, pretty much. Okay, Sculptor is not that, so now they can't really attack. Okay, they're gonna attack with 1. Okay, I can't play much. So we attack with all. Let's see what happens. they have to block all of them, which is what's keeping me alive at least a bit. Okay, nice. Now we can play this. And we can put this on here. Oh wait, I'm just dead, aren't I? Oh, good game. Oh, I'm stupid. I didn't even block that they could just keep that alive. Wow. It's an 0-3. That sucks. I thought this was such a good deck. It really wasn't. Oh, and they had that the whole time? Oh no, they didn't have it the whole time. They drew it last time. Okay. 0-3. It's the first one actually. At all. This is my first 0-3. And it was not with the deck I thought. This was like one of the first times I felt confident going into a draft, and then I get completely smashed. Let's look. What were the issues? What's the issues? I mean, I did have an issue that in the last game that I couldn't play my white cards. I think normally 4 sources is fine. I've played with 4 sources with less on the splash and been okay, so I think that was a little unlucky. The removal was good, but I guess I just didn't have enough answers to flying creatures. That was definitely a problem in game 2 and 3. And my sources of counters were maybe a little too unreliable. Even pushing them around just didn't really do much, and because they didn't have trample, the hosts just kind of were hitting small blockers. It didn't really matter. In fact, all 3 games was a flying issue. That is something worth remembering. Because bloodflies are tiny, they don't really do anything. And then none of my 3 costs are flying. In like none of the commons really either. Maybe I should have played like an Earthcarver or something, but that doesn't feel great either. Yeah, I'm not sure. So flying was definitely an issue. Mana fixing was an issue in one game. I think we were just struggling to really find ways of winning quick enough almost. I didn't see this is really annoying. I didn't draw these 2 cards at all, which I mean when you only have 3 games that's bound to happen for quite a few of your cards. I didn't get to try the Pelithar at all either. There was one time I kind of could have, but didn't really get to have much effect. So jury's still out on the strength of Pelithar. Yeah, I didn't draw this either, which was like my best removal. I could have answered some of the big dragons pretty well. Anything else to say really? Yeah, I think Snakes can Veil. Definitely maybe something I should be giving very high priority. Just when you're trying to keep the tempo up, if you can, yeah, when you're trying to keep the tempo up and you want, if you can make the trade of like a 3-cost removal for Veil and you're adding a counter with your counter synergies, and often, I mean, this one's less important, but like the Successor or the Host, these cards that they're going to almost certainly use removal on, just having that can be a real game changer. So yeah, I do think, maybe I'm coping, but I do think I got a bit unlucky in some of the games. But that's not to be dwelled on, because you could say that every time. You just have to try take the lessons that are there and improve for the next time. So sorry for quite an underwhelming draft. Hopefully tomorrow will be better. I will have to, I'm not sure how I'm gonna enter because I don't have the coins or the gems, but I'll figure it out. We will be playing one tomorrow, don't you worry. So yeah, thank you very much. and see you tomorrow.